and welcome to Studio
Set
Stage, a weekly podcast with us, Cynthia Mallard
and Mark Dean, where we take you from the studio to the set to the stage
in the world of entertainment. Hello and welcome back to Studio Set Stage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Mark Dean.
Hey there, we are back in the spot. Yo, got an exciting show for you guys today. If you listen to my voice, I'm sounding a little raspy. I got like a little nasty cold, but I'm still in this piece.
Actually sounds a little attractive to me. Sounds, a little sexy.
And we'll keep going. So today, guys, on Studio Set Stage, we're going to talk about the hotly discussed topic, Kevin Hart, as you know, he was going to host the Oscars. Then we'll move on to the 76th annual Golden Globes. Lots of awesome nominees. Also, we'll tell you who might be walking away with a Grammy. And of course, the $100 million bionic woman, I like to call her. So, yeah.
Oh, yes. And a lot in store. So let me tell you, how was your week? I mean, besides you having a cold and everything, I mean, I know this change of weather has been crazy right now.
I think everybody's feeling it. I mean, even if, especially if you're in Georgia. So it has always been like the running joke. Monday, it could be 100 degrees and then Tuesday it'd be like negative 30. So it's crazy.
I'm telling you. And it seems like, man, it's sunny. And matter of fact, by the way, I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. I just had a birthday December 1st, so it was cool. But it was raining bad, horrible. Yeah. So the weather.
Did you have a good birthday though? Outside the weather.
Outside the weather, it was cool. I can't complain.
How old are you? 100.
I am
130.
I am 30. I'm right at 30. No,
you look good. Black don't crack though.
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
Yeah. Well, I just I didn't have a birthday or whatever. Of course, I could tend to look 16 to 18 every day of my life. But I want to say shout outs to
what you believe is your reality.
I can't believe you looked at me like that. No, major shade, you just shot me. Shout out to Saptosa Foster, who is the chair of the Black Women's Film Network here in this region, in the southern region. Just want to say what a wonderful event, held an amazing holiday party just to support, right? Just to show support for the film, the television community, and kind of what we women are bringing to the table, you know? So just want to say shout out to her. As you know, it's been a long, running discussion about how a lot of times men are getting all these positions. They're getting paid $1 and women are being paid, 45 cents, 39 cents or whatever on every man's dollar. And it's because we have not been so supportive of each other. So it's events like this that Saptosa Foster put on with the Black Women Film Network that is going to change that narrative for all of us women.
Yes, and I think there's strength in solidarity. And so I definitely, wholeheartedly agree with that. Yeah. I mean, and across the board, not just with Black women, but Black men as well. We've got to understand that,
strength are in numbers.
Right,
yeah,
definitely,
strength is in numbers and support. We have to support each other. If somebody gets that acting job, you have to applaud. If somebody gets that stunt woman job, you have to applaud and be there to support, because it's them today, but it could be you tomorrow.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So moving on. I know everybody is going crazy about actor and comedian Kevin Hart. So guys, if you don't know, Kevin Hart was tapped by the Academy, the Oscars, to actually host the upcoming awards ceremony.
Yes.
And all of us were so happy. I know I was
you
excited.
Were going
crazy
ecstatic.
about
I was
it.
like, man, Kevin Hart is definitely making moves. Had successful movies, and really,
he's at the top of his game.
Yeah, his run has been extraordinary. So major props to Kevin Hart. However, he stepped down. Yeah.
Recently,
that's the news.
So recently, like I said, he basically came out and said via tweet and Instagram that he was pulling out. And I want to actually just, some of you guys, I want to read the actual quote that he put out there, the actual meaning and kind of his explanation. His quote, he says, "I have made the choice to step down from hosting this year's Oscars. This is because I do not want to be a distraction on a night that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists." He says, "I sincerely apologize to the LGBTQ community for my insensitive words from the past. He says, I'm sorry I hurt people. He says, I'm involving and want to continue to do so. My goal is to bring people together, not tear us apart. Much love and appreciation to the Academy, and says, I hope we can meet again. So really crazy. So if you didn't know, I think between 2009 2011, he had basically made some comments. Like I think the comment was to the effect of, if my kids came home, if it was my son and he came and he was, wanted to play with baby dolls and houses, he said he would break it over his head and tell him that's gay. So that was said back then. I mean, he's a comedian, he's a comedian, he's an actor.
Right. And comedians, their banter is different and they kind of, that's part of their content. They talk about things that stir up controversy. And that's part of the DNA of being a comedian.
Exactly.
I believe that in this platform, and you definitely have to be a little more aware and sensitive to comments that's made. But I think with certain comedians, and I remember D.L. Hughley talking about this as well, that there have been some things that have been taken out of context. And again, he was like, remember, comedy that deals with humor, and comedy is tragedy taken to the extreme.
Exactly.
As they say.
But in this, it's like, it seems like right now in this climate, we are so sensitive. And we have this conversation every single week in every arena. It's like people cannot take a joke because like you said, there's always so much truth to what?
Yeah, it is. There's so much truth to a joke.
Right.
And, we have to understand in this, that's what has helped to promote healing and to promote dialogue, because in a lot of ways, comedy kind of exposes these stereotypes, these things. And when you talk about it, you actually bring it to the forefront. And sometimes that can be abrasive. Sometimes it's not going to be
It's not going to be all good.
Yeah, truth doesn't come to the party to make friends.
Hello. You better say that again.
Honestly, the truth doesn't come to the party to make friends. And sometimes people can't handle the truth. But
well, you know what, the Academy, they actually wanted him to apologize.
Right.
Like, again, they wanted him to come out like formally and apologize for those comments back then. And Kevin Hart has said, he's dealt with this over and over again. I mean, he said he's evolved, he's a different person. I mean, this is 2018. Right. That was back in 2019.
Yeah, that's been almost 10 years ago.
Exactly. Right. So he didn't want to, he would not issue the apology. Right. So he says the Academy gave him an ultimatum. Either you apologize or you won't be able to host. So that's why he stepped down. Right.
Well, you got to respect Kevin Hart because there's certain things, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So I do.
I think he would have been great. I really think it was a great pick too.
And as it rolls out the story, this is just the first facet to the story. So I know it's going to be some more things that develop as the weeks go on.
What? He's right. They will come back to him. I mean, as long as he stays on top of his game, he's a great comedian. He's a great actor. They'll come back to him. So this is just maybe the first word. Think about how many comedians, actors who get like a second run at a third run at hosting the Oscars.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Chris Rock is one, that I think about. Chris did an amazing job, had a great run at it, and there's been controversial things going on with certain comedians that was far worse than what.
What Kevin Hart said.
What Kevin Hart said.
So. You know who I was thinking? Of course, I'm on my pro-woman. Can we get Tiffany Haddish? Hello? Can we get Tiffany Haddish to get out there? How about that? How about that? I am proposing that right now. And some people might say, okay, she hasn't been out there long enough to actually host the Oscars. But I think she would be great. I think she would be fabulous.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to do the steps. Let's see her do the MTV Awards or something like that. Or the movie awards or something like that. But no, Tiffany is an amazing talent, and she's actually spreading her wings. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see her filling that capacity.
How about Tiffany Haddish? Monique and Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, well,
and Wanda Sykes. Wanda Sykes, Monique, and Tiffany Haddish. Baby, when I say people would be in the audience clenched so tight, buttholes clenched tight.
Well, actually, that sounds like an awesome comedy tour.
It does.
It sounds like an awesome comedy tour.
You heard it right here on Studio Set Stage. We want 50% of the proceeds.
Yeah, all the promoters get in contact with us, studioSetStage.com. Reach out to us, and we'll lay out the groundwork. Maybe we can even host it, bring them on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes,
we can do this.
Yes, we can do this.
Sí se puede.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So let's come with it. But also, you was telling me about some developments with the Golden Globes.
Yeah. So like I said, we are in award season. We were talking about, off air, and it's so exciting. Like I said, our responsibility here at Studio Set Stage is, for you to help you guys move from the studio to the set to the stage, right? So it's important to talk about these award shows and kind of how they work and really who's at the epitome of the game. So like we were saying, the 76th Annual Golden Globe Awards, the nominees were announced. And I'm going to tell you just like this, it is a good look for us black folks this time around.
Yes, indeed. Showed a lot of diversity, from the announcement. So,
well, I know that Best Performance for an Actress nominated supporting role. Tandy Newton again for Westworld. Yes, I love her. Also, Best Performance nominee by an actress, Regina King for 7 Seconds.
Regina, awesome.
Off the chain, right?
Yes,
our boy Donald Glover, he's nominated for Best Performance by an actor for Atlanta. You know what? I'm so tired of him being snubbed in this category. Donald Glover deserves this. Also, Best Director, Motion Picture. I got to give a big clap. Spike Lee for Black Klansman. If you haven't seen Black Klansman, what an amazing movie. I mean, wouldn't you say so? Like, amazing.
Yes, indeed. And John David Washington, definitely did a great role in Black Klansman.
That's right. Well, it's interesting that you mentioned John David because he is nominated for Best Actor in the movie for Black Klansman. So, awesome. Yes, Denzel Washington's son. And I know he may hate that people or say that every single time, but I would love if Denzel Washington was my daddy, to be honest with you.
Let's break this down. Look, I know you want to set yourself apart and carve out your own journey, but hey, to be compared to Denzel, you're in great company.
That's right. And so you know what? And he's actually a great actor in himself. So it seems like Denzel Washington has basically given him some jewels in this arena. So,
or as they say, it's in the blood.
It is in the blood. Also, now, I don't want to forget Regina King also, I did say she was nominated, but she's also nominated again for If Beale Street Could Talk for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. And then Mahershala Ali, Best Actor, Supporting Role. I love him for Green Book. So I am looking forward to the Golden Globes this time around.
Yes, indeed. Like you said, from the nominations, it showed a lot of diversity in that. So I'm definitely looking forward to it as well.
Well, you know what? Let me stop you because I forgot probably one of the most important things was Best Motion Picture. So I got to break this down. So for guys, guess who is nominated? You've got Black Panther. You've also got Black Klansman.
Okay.
And If Beale Street Could Talk. So this is for Best Motion Picture Drama. Black Panther, Black Klansman, and If Beale Street Could Talk. Now you got the Bohemian Rhapsody in there, and also Lady Gaga's A Star Is Born. But you got those 3 black films that are going head to head for Best Drama for the Golden Globe. So that's awesome.
Like I said, definitely this nomination definitely gave more into the concept of more diversity. So I'm definitely excited about it. And there's some movies that I still haven't checked out, but I'm going to have to check it out. Like Beale Street, I've heard was very good. It got a lot of critical acclaim. So definitely kudos to those guys.
Well, you know, Tandy Newton is one of my favorites. She's one of my favorites. I am, if you guys don't know, I am a Westworld nerd. I can watch the episodes over and over and over.
Recently, you went on a binge. You had to do a binge watching.
I did. I will confess. So whatever.
Yes, indeed. But, even, extended from that today, just this morning, they had the nominations for the 2019 Grammy Awards. And that was on CBS this morning. And Janelle Monáe, along with Alicia Cara and Shawn Mendes, announced the nominees.
Okay, wonderful,
and so definitely. And Janelle was nominated for her latest project, Dirty Computer,
which was awesome.
Yes, and
it didn't get the support I think it deserved, but it was great.
But it got the exposure, it got the critical acclaim, and it was one of the nominees for Album of the Year.
Okay,
and she made some comments when she heard, because she didn't know she was nominated, but she basically said, and I quote, she was moved because the project was about the community, the LGBT community.
Right.
And she said that, she was moved by that because she's a part of that. And definitely in terms of content, it was monumental. And this nomination ceremony actually displayed diversity, where Kendrick Lamar also received the most nominations. He received 8 nominations.
Well deserved. Congratulations, Kendrick.
Right. And then our guy Drake.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about Drake.
The vet in the game.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Drake followed with 7 nominations. Then Bo Ryder and Brandy Carlisle had 6.
Okay.
And then...
But we only really care about Drake and Kendrick Lamar, right?
Well, there was some surprises in this because certain artists and certain people that thought were favorites to be nominated were snubbed.
Got some snubs.
But we'll get to that, though.
Okay.
But artists with 5 nominations included Cardi B.
Yes, my girl.
Yes, she received 5 nominations.
I love her.
Childish Gambino, which we were just discussing.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Yeah.
He received 5 nominations. Yeah. Lady Gaga as well.
This Is America, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, one of the, I think it's for Song of the Year.
Okay.
For This Is America.
Wow.
But the surprise was the new artist, Her.
Oh, yes.
Or as we say, H-E-R or Her.
Yes.
She received 5 nominations. So kudos to her as well.
Great sound.
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations, Her.
Yes. She was nominated for Album of the Year, as well as New Artist of the Year. So, and that's just 2 of the 5 nominations that she was nominated for. But definitely really showed a lot of diversity in that. And to learn more about this, you can go to Grammy.com to see the full list of the nominees and also the process in terms of how to do that. And I want to say, based on this and looking at just the list of nominations, how the chapter, National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, have been definitely proactive in bringing more diversity to the process, to the nominations process. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Right.
There still are some problems because a lot of people was talking about the snubs. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z for their project, The Carters.
They didn't get anything, right?
They were snubbed.
No nominations.
Also,
I think it was a good project. I think it was a good project, The Carters.
Right.
But do I think it was a phenomenal project? No. I'm part of the Beehive, but they had a lot going on. I mean, from babies to pregnancies to world tours. They had a lot going on. Man.
Well, realistically, the world tour was. I think it overshadowed the project. I think the project was actually a kind of just an accessory to the whole thing dealing with the tour. But the tour was a success.
It was. Yeah.
And I think Jay-Z and Beyonce, I think they're cool with that. They both have
1,000
cabinet
Grammys.
Full of Grammys.
Exactly. They probably got them in the refrigerator. They got so many. So, when you think about the Grammys, I know that music is that's kind of like your arena. And I mean, who do you think? I mean, for instance, who do you think is the absolute breakout this year as far as projects?
I think honestly, Her.
You really think that she's the?
Yes, because she's a definite talent in. Coming from the core foundation of R&B, which I grew up on. Yeah. Her product.
Is she a black girl?
Project, yes.
Is she a black girl?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely. It's kudos to her. I mean, she has a solid project through and through, and I thought that spoke to expanding the diversity
in
the nominations. But I will say this from a business standpoint, there's been a lot of criticism on that. But being a member, Grammy member myself, you have to be involved.
You do.
And again, like we talked about, even with the voting process, understanding that there is a process. There might not be any rules, but there's a process to this. And you have to get involved.
Yeah.
You don't want to be just talking loud and saying nothing.
Right.
I know
some years we talked about that.
Right. And I'm saying, if you want to bring change, you got to get involved.
In other words, I think we were talking about, like, one artist was saying that, that person didn't have the hottest track or they didn't have the hottest album, right? But they weren't nominated because they were not a member of the Grammys.
Exactly.
Is an example.
To tell you an example, the Neptunes, with Pharrell Williams, a couple of years ago, they were scorching the charts. They had probably 5 of the top 10 singles out at the time. But they were complaining because they said, well, why are we not nominated? Well, they looked back and said, well, are you a member of the Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences?
Exactly.
And they have a process where the members, you have to be a member of the Academy to vote.
Right.
And then there's certain windows that allow you to vote. And so some people say, well, what this got to do with the project? And, I know they have other awards like People's Choice, which actually goes to where the person that, okay, this project, everybody loved it and they responded to it. And so the voice of the people, and I get that, but you have to understand, okay, well, I want to be part of this. I want to be included in the Grammys. Well, you have to make sure you understand the process to get your content involved.
And that works across the board. Like I was telling you, I went to the Black Women Film Network Holiday Mixer. You have to be a part of an organization. So say if you're an actor or you're a music producer, whatever you do, whatever your business is, find those groups, right, that cater to you. If you're a director, maybe you need to be part of the DGA, the Directors Guild Association. There are certain things that are out there that help to move you to a higher level, to help you support those people who are going through the same struggle just as you are doing.
Yes, indeed. Also, like I said, starting back, just my post this week talked about what's the starting point and understanding in content. Creating content is important, but you have to look at that as stock and think of yourself as a business. For those aspiring artists, songwriters, and producers, that content that you create is your stock. But don't get caught up in the illusion of, I just want to post, I just want to get exposure. No, the first step is the copyright.
It is.
Start by copywriting that. Then get yourself affiliated. If you're a songwriter, get affiliated with a performing rights organization. Set up that process so that you can take advantage and maximize all of those key things that will set it up where, again, you're leaving a legacy for your children's children. When you
can't do it by yourself. You can't do it by yourself.
You can't do it by yourself.
Like I said, and lots of these organizations out here, a lot of them are out here to help you. So you're doing yourself a disservice by not joining them. We were just talking to them about the Grammys, and I just want to throw this in. We did hear about the women who made the most money in the music industry, and I was floored by the list. I was absolutely floored.
And adding to that, females, in terms of female artists, they lead with the most nominations.
Wow.
Female artists.
Absolutely amazing.
So I want to say that definitely contributes tremendously to the diversity. And hopefully we want to see it expand, because all of it, if it's good, it helps expand the content and expand the culture, and that's what's needed. That's definitely what's needed right now.
Well, of course we want to say, keep upon the theme of music and money.
Right.
Number one, I think the ladies that made the most money, according to Forbes, number one, of course, was Katy Perry. She made $83 million. Jesus Christ.
Right.
That's my best friend. Taylor
money.
Swift.
Did somebody
Taylor
say money?
Swift came in as second. And of course, our girl Beyonce, $60 million.
Right.
Right. And then Rihanna, she's down number 7 on the list. But I've got to say, hats off to Rihanna, because although she's made some amazing hits, but this is how you diversify.
Yes,
Rihanna,
indeed.
oh my God.
Yeah, Rihanna.
That beauty industry
has changed.
She's changed the game.
Definitely been kind of under the radar, but not really.
No, not at all.
Really,
not at
but
all.
not really.
But see, you ain't
She's
a woman.
Been doing certain things.
You ain't a woman. That Fenty, I still got girlfriends who lining up trying to get a certain color of the Fenty. I will be honest with you.
School me on that.
I don't really do too much of the foundation.
Right.
I'm one of the lucky ones. At least I feel like I'm lucky. I don't need a whole bunch of foundation. What do you think?
Yeah, what's the term that they use?
You didn't respond.
You get your face beat or whatever. No, I was just thinking about the term that you said.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
you don't need that.
Is your face beat?
Right. That's what I'm saying. No,
we all like a beating.
Wow.
A face.
That just doesn't ring with me. You know what I'm saying? When you say face beat, dang, you into some S&M or something like that? No, I'm just kidding.
We have we have jumped off the tracks.
But no,
but
to that list, I noticed you said Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And
number
Taylor,
2.
Yeah, Taylor. Actually, definitely, I can see why she's on that list.
Yeah.
She definitely made a monumental move in music where she just signed a major deal with Universal.
Yeah.
And she had some major concessions in that where there was involving where I see Universal purchase stock in Spotify.
Yeah.
But in order to solidify this deal, the dividends that you get back from Spotify sales, that needs to be reimbursed to the artist.
You better go.
But that's just a testament to understanding the business and the language. So, Taylor, she got snubbed, but hey, kudos to her. And, this definitely will resonate for years to come.
Well, I was just thinking, talking about a woman who knows the business, guys. And I know you guys have all heard about it, but I was like, we have got to talk about this on Studio Set Stage. Writer, producer, director, Oscar-nominated Ava DuVernay.
Oh, Ava, okay.
That's right. Signed an overall
Awesome.
production development deal with Warner Brothers. It's worth, over $100 million. And
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Yeah. 100. I mean, it's worth talking about every single day for like the next at least a year, but $100 million. That's right. So it includes like production, development deal, which covers like drama, like comedy series, documentaries, also digital content, also like the projects and even long form projects for broadcast and cable. So she is doing it so big. If you remember Ava DuVernay, she was her film 13th about the mass incarceration. It was Oscar nominated, right? Remember, she also did Selma. She is the creator of Queen Sugar. So it's just amazing. She's right now, I think they're doing post-production on Central Park 5, the series.
So she has been extremely busy.
Man, what you talking about? What you talking about?
She has been about the work.
She is,
and that's a testament. I was sharing that with some other people that's aspiring. Don't get caught up in the superficiality of things.
Yeah.
Do the work.
Exactly.
Do the work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I just
walk
love
and talk the talk.
I love Ava DuVernay because the thing about it is, we talk about this sometimes, even off air. It's about following in your purpose. It's finding what it is that you do so well, better than anyone else, and following that. I don't want to get on a tangent, but the things that God has given you, that's what you need to follow.
Exactly.
And she talks about it, Ava DuVernay. She talks about, the day she decided to really go with what God had given her to help elevate and free other people is really when she found her voice. So you have to find your voice. Whatever it is, Studio Set Stage, we are here to help you find your voice.
Yes, indeed. And that's important. You have to find your purpose and then fulfill it and then implement it. Implement. Everything starts with a vision.
Nothing works unless you do, is what they say.
Exactly. You have to do it, and you have to invest. The more you put into it, the more you're going to reap.
Yeah.
And
don't feel bad if you fall off. If you fall, we all do. Like you fall off for a week or two, or you fall off for a couple of months. It's okay.
Right. Exactly. And
you get back on your horse.
Right. You have to continue. I mean, it's about trials and tribulations, but it's about overcoming them. So that's what Studio Set Stage is about. We want to definitely teach, and help bring information that you can use.
Exactly. Well, guys, we could talk all day, all night. Don't forget, we are here. That's right. We are here. Catch our podcast anywhere you get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, even on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, download, like, share, comment. We want all of that.
And we appreciate the love and support. And remember, we welcome any comments and, just the good feedback. We love that.
That's right. I'm Cynthia Mallard on all social platforms.
And I'm Mark Dean. You can reach me at Mark Dean Music on all social platforms.
This is Studio Set Stage. I'm Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Mark Dean.
Catch you guys next time.
Take care.